Yo, so what's going on, guys? My name is Pone, coming at you guys right now with a controversial subject slash topic. A lot of people have been asking me, yo, Pone, brother, PlayStation 4 or Xbox One? And I'm still sticking to my original decision, even before the reveal, even beforehand, and it was just nothing but put in stone upon seeing the benefits of having both sides. Now, before we get started, I'm going to ignore the be polite and respectful to others and do not disregard the politeness of acting properly on my comments section. You guys can argue it up. I don't give two shits because I know as soon as I say don't argue about which console you want, people are going to put their opinions in there anyway. So make sure you cut out each other's throats and eat each other's hearts because that's what's going to happen anyways. You have my permission. Feel free to attack people. So, now that we've been through that, I'm going to side with the PlayStation 4. That's the one that I have pre-ordered. That's the one that I'm going to get. And that's the one that I would recommend others to get. If you do not have the funds to upgrade to a PC, which basically can do everything a next-gen console can do and more, then I would definitely recommend the PS4. That's the one that I consider the superior one out of those. Ooh, the butthurtedness is starting. Now, everyone's going to ignore everything else I say in this commentary and strictly be like, fuck you, Bud, I'm Xbox to death. So, basically, my situation is, just look at this at scores. Like take from what we've seen. Because I'm gonna try to diagnose everything. I'm gonna try to set it together and show exactly why I chose my side and why I stuck to it. So let's sit it down. So as it stands, we're gonna chalk up a point to PlayStation 4 because I feel their reveal was far more successful than Xbox. Xbox was talking about, you know, television and all this stuff, and they were talking about how they were going to redeem themselves and catch up to the PlayStation because the PlayStation 4 reveal was pretty solid. Talked about the games, the future of gaming, indie games, everything like that, which is what we want to know about a video game console. Xbox was aiming towards like a family-oriented, let's all sit in the living room and eat potato chaps. And you know what I mean? It was just kind of aimed at a different demographic, if you will, just like a different group of people, and I don't know what it was, but that's one of the things. So I chalk up a point to the PlayStation. I come back through and then I see the giant price tag. The PlayStation 4 is coming in at a whopping $400. The Xbox One, $500. On release, for those two being $100 apart is a big game changer. PlayStation 4, you can buy the PlayStation 4 and an extra controller and an extra game for the price of the Xbox One. That is going to change and tip a lot of the scales towards the PlayStation 4's favor. That's point number 2 to the PlayStation 4. Now let's aim a little bit on the Xbox One. Now I do believe they did a solid job at throwing their money around. Microsoft nailed it with exclusives. When people ask me which one won the war, I think that Xbox One has the better exclusives and played the bigger role in getting unique advantages for their console. Example. Both consoles are generally preference-based. People like, oh no, I like Xbox because I like Halo and Gears of War. I like PlayStation because I like Little Big Planet and Resistance. And, you know, they all have their own unique, I guess, exclusives for those consoles. And those are all based on preference. Now, what you got to worry about is the things that came in. Yeah, PlayStation 4 got unique exclusive DLC for, like, Destiny and made a couple moves. But nothing in comparison to what I think they did over on the Xbox side of things. You got time-based early DLC access for Battlefield 4, one of the top shooting FPS games in the world, growing in popularity, finally becoming a decent contender. You've still got that unique early access to Call of Duty Ghosts. That's big. The top 2 FPS games in the world are exclusive for early access DLC. The big winner is Titanfall, exclusively on Xbox, not even on the PlayStation 4, which was a big asset to their side. So now they have, in my opinion, the best 3 shooters in the world available on there with unique advantages on the Xbox One. So the Xbox One swept the competition, they played their business right, they threw their money in the right direction, and they took the top 3 shooters in the world, which arguably on console are probably the most popular ones. FIFA and some other games are getting out there, but I don't think they have the response and feedback and popularity that the shooters honestly do. So I give a 1 point to Xbox for that one. Then you scroll on over to some of the other things. The PlayStation 1 is limited to just freedom. You know, okay, so it's not really limited, for example, but it has the freedom. Xbox One came out the gate with restrictions, the always on, the once a day check-in. PlayStation has the ability to trade in the games. You know, they have this extra freedom, so I gotta give a point to that, where they weren't trying to restrict the gamer or force them to do anything, where the Xbox side kinda goofed up with doing that. But the fourth and final thing that I absolutely love about the PlayStation is it's sticking to its roots. It wants to keep competing and going after being a video game console. I feel Xbox is straying away from it at the hope to reach a new crowd by bringing video game activity, the NFL unique access rights, and all this stuff. It's like they're aiming to make their console like a tablet for gamers if they want to be. I think they're losing what was their origin, what they were. Xbox was dominant over the last couple years in sales. It was hands down the top console overall in sales. And I think they messed that all up. Xbox has slipped on what it is to be a video game console. Now they're trying to be like a home system console, where PlayStation is sticking to gaming. They're helping indie gamers. You're going to have free-to-plays like Blacklight Retribution. You're going to have gaming. They're still aimed and oriented towards the video game grouping. That's what a console is. If I wanted to watch Netflix and watch television, I've got a TV downstairs for that. I don't need the Xbox for that. So to be fair, I want to give another point straight up to the PlayStation 4 for doing that. So as it stands right there, that's about all I can think of before we actually hop into a couple other ideas that I want to talk about. So as it stands, the scoring finalizes as, I can't believe I'm doing this, PlayStation 4, Xbox 1, lol. Yeah, I know, cheesy, I did that. So, yes, that was intentional from the start, guys. I had to think of exactly how the PlayStation was to beat the Xbox. It was kind of fucked up, kind of biased, but get mad. I don't care. So, seriously, as it stands, the Xbox One, specs-wise, compared to those, yeah, there's going to be one that's slightly better than the other. Is it going to matter to the average gamer? No. It's not going to matter at all. So generally what it's going to come down to is, it's always come down to either controller preference or where your friends are. Now with the next-gen console, with most of your friends buying that, you have the option to actually choose what side you want to be on. The controllers are both changing, so you're going to have to adjust to a new controller no matter what you're doing. So this is the moment where you decide, do I want to move up to PC? Do I want to change sides? What to do? Can I do it with my friends? This is now where you have the freedom to choose whichever side you want to. So now you got to go to where you believe you're going to have the best advantage for your money. You got the PlayStation that's $100 cheaper, does everything the Xbox does short of the television type stuff, has less restrictions, you could trade in your games. I think it's more flexible and it's still aimed at the gaming community. So if you are a gamer, which you probably are because you're watching this video, the PlayStation is probably suited more for you. The Xbox is trying to aim at a different crowd to increase sales. Forcing people to take the Kinect packaging. One of the developers actually admitted that the Xbox would have been about $400 if the Kinect was not a mandatory piece of equipment in the sale with the Xbox One bundle. Well, that would have made a game changer right there. That $100 is probably the biggest decision-making issue upon picking each side. That's something I could buy Killzone and Battlefield 4 and my PlayStation 4 for the price that it would take you to get Battlefield 4 and that over there. You know what I mean? Like, I can get an extra $100 worth of stuff and still be a little bit set over. Both of them are going to have subscriptions you're going to have to pay for to play online multiplayer. So they're both on par on gaming. And I feel Xbox on trying to reach out to a different group, but I don't think the money they've invested in the NFL Network and everything else that they're trying to do to build up this audience is going to matter. They're not going to take over television with what they're doing. They're not going to have exclusive access rights to like the NFL or something like that, but they do have chances to post it. Is it a great feature? Yeah, but am I going to spend an extra $100 for a console where I can get, without having to worry about that? You know what I mean? Is it worth putting all that money and attention and effort into something else? Now, the biggest mistake I think between this is Xbox, all they had to do to continue to be the #1 console in the world was to release another console. Take a page right out of Call of Duty's book. Do the same damn thing every year. Just change the look, appearance up a little bit. Add a couple tiny features. The end. I mean, if it's successful, it has momentum. It's going to continue to be successful and have momentum. It's not going to get dethroned by PlayStation 4. All they had to do was release a newly packaged, new image, new visually upgraded Xbox with all the new, specs inside of it so it can run better games, and they would have been the #1 winner hands down. Kept it at the same price as the PlayStation 4, they would have won that battle. I'm confident and just straight honest the fact that the Xbox One would have won that battle. But they started putting restrictions. They made a big no-no. All you had to do was keep going with what you had. You had the momentum. All you had to do was not fuck up, and guess what you did, Xbox? You fucked up. So, in my opinion, that was a bad move. With all the business and all the people they have behind them, putting restrictions on you, I know they've reneged and backed up on a lot of those things, just trying to save face, but they shouldn't have been there either. This is a multi-million, billion-dollar company we're talking about here. They make so much money, so many intelligent minds behind the scenes, and they fucked up? Like, seriously, I don't know. I was expecting more out of Xbox. I love both. I own both the 360 and the PlayStation. I prefer, Halo is my favorite exclusive game, even though I like Resistance and some of the other ones on the PlayStation. Uncharted. I mean, there's tons of games that people like. But all they really had to do was release another title, and instead they scared away a lot of their fan base. And it's much easier for those Xbox loyal people to switch now. Like, oh wow, they see the $100 cheaper price tag. They see the less restrictions. They see a little bit more freedom. They see that they're not going to be forced to pay for all these extra features like NFL and stuff like that, things that they're not really going to need. So, to be fair, like right now is the time to switch if you wanted to. And I'm encouraging it. They're not paying me to say this. I'm saying be smart, damn it. So, that's where I lie. That's where I stand with it. They both have unique advantages. They both have cool ideas and concepts behind them that are coming in. But you got to think about what you want most and what you're going to get for your money. So again, thank you guys for watching. Leave your opinions down below. Leave a comment saying, Pwn, I am Team Xbox One or I am Team PlayStation 4. Let me know where your heart truly lies. Or even say, let me know if you're actually switching to PC. I have my father-in-law switched to PC. And it's really, really cool, actually. Not father-in-law, but stepfather, whatever, dude. Sorry, my B, bro. So that's where it is. I mean, now's the time where you actually have some freedom to choose. You're not stuck with 7 years with the same thing and having to go where your friends are going. Now you actually have the freedom as a group to switch and do whatever you want. I encourage you guys to go wherever you want. I wouldn't be shocked if people went with that big business move. If people are diehard Battlefield fans, they're going to buy the Xbox One because they want the DLC a week or a month early, however they're doing it. I can't see that would not be a possibility. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day. And I love your faces, guys. I do. So, thanks for your nipples. Pinch my time.